Hello, everyone. My name is Karen Cagg, and I'm a licensed Reiki Master Teacher with the International Center for Reiki Training. And welcome to LRMT Spotlight. Woohoo! I'm here today with Kris, Valentine, and the purpose of the spotlight is to let you get to know the licensed Reiki Master Teachers a little bit more, because the overall purpose of the International Center for Reiki Training is to support the entire Reiki community. So we like to, since we've gone through extra training, we like to share tips, tricks, let you get to know us a little bit better and help you with your practice or with your teaching. So I'm excited to have Kris here today because she has a little bit different background. We just started to talk about before we started live. But Kris, tell everybody how you came to Reiki. I think because you're a physical therapist, and that's unusual. You're our only physical therapist in the program.
So I'm a physical therapist, and I literally stumbled across Reiki probably a little over 10 years ago. It's a funny story. I was in this class where my homework was to do something I'd never done before. And so I was actually in Galveston, Texas, and I was at a holistic bookstore, and they had a psychic medium there. And so I picked up this book on Reiki, and I went to a reading with her. That's never done that before. And so I said, hey, I think I'm supposed to learn about this. And she said, why, yes, you are. And of course, that's a very easy answer. Of course, she would tell me that. And anyhow, she told me some other really interesting things. So I registered for this class. I went home and I Googled it because I live here in Dallas, Texas. So I went home, Googled it, and I was literally, there was a class the next weekend, and I ended up in a good friend of ours in Karen Harrison's class, like a week later. And I never meditated, never had a Reiki session. I had no idea, what I had registered for. And so I think I just told you this story too. Literally, right in the beginning of the class, we sat down to meditate, and I thought, what did I sign up for? Because I can tell you, I'm a very traditionally trained physical therapist. And at that time, very, very concrete. Like if I can't see it, feel it, touch it, doesn't exist. So it's a good thing that I just decided I paid for this. I'm going to stay in this class and learn something. So, and that was the beginning of my journey with Reiki. Yeah, because the funniest thing about that meditation was, meditation's all really, and Reiki is all about your being, right? It's all about listening, being. Anyhow, I sat there for my meditation because I thought, you paid for this? You're going to do this. And I'm like, I'm just sitting there going, but nothing's happening. Nothing is happening. Anyhow, and like I said a moment ago with you, literally the lady across the way saw a goddess. And I thought, well, how did that happen? Right? So anyhow, I stuck with the class, and I had an amazing weekend. So that was the beginning of my Reiki.
Well, I think that's important to share with people, because I think many people think, well, this isn't for me, or I haven't been meditating for years. I'm not far enough along my spiritual path to become a Reiki practitioner, or let alone a Reiki master. But you never know.
Right.
Reiki has its way with you, and then you go, oh, well, here I am.
Exactly. The funny thing is, for me in my classes, because I even have people that come to me, they're like, I'm not a nurse, I'm not a physical therapist. I'm like, no, Reiki's for everybody. In fact, we had some nurses in my class, but most of our people are just everyday people that want to learn more about holistic healing and how can I help myself to heal or feel better, or just, be relaxed.
Right. Yeah. So speaking of relaxed, I want you to share with people what you have been doing. I have been following you for the past month. On Sundays, you're doing a Facebook Live Holy Fire meditation, and
Yes.
we did one right where you did it at 9 o'clock today. So I was like, I think I'm just too blissed out to participate today. But tell me what you're doing and how that came about, because it's amazing.
Well, thank you. So, what I've been doing weekly, every Sunday at 9 a.m., or every so often. I like to say it's every week or every other week, just because
if you're not teaching, right?
Right, when I'm not teaching or when I'm not working, um, I do a Reiki share. And I resisted doing this for a while because I wasn't really sure how to do that. And so when I started talking with other Reiki master teachers, I love playing music. And what I say is that my Reiki comes through my music. I like to call it Reiki infused music. And that's probably one of my biggest loves and my biggest offerings. So I thought, if you play music in the background of any meditation or share, so it's kind of it gets kind of confusing on Facebook. What can I do? What can I not do? And I couldn't find anything that was like free that I could share.
Copyright, yeah, you have
Yeah.
to be careful of that.
And so what happened was literally I went out and I bought some equipment because I played on keyboards before, and I thought, oh, I can do this. I can do this. And what I always share, and what we just talked about a moment ago, is I've had this voice in my head, whether it's a spiritual guide or really, passing thought, whether we know for sure, right, is that just play. Just play. Turn on your Reiki and just play. And so I went out and bought a couple of keyboards. The first day I just bought one and I played with it, and I thought, it's really, I don't sing and play at the same time. It's something I just need to practice. She's never done that. So I thought, oh my gosh, leading a meditation, talking and playing was difficult. So now I've learned how to record, and then I can play my mandolin, which is really what I wanted to do the whole time. I was like, I just want to play my mandolin. And so I started recording some music. I'll see if I can pull up one for you. And it's a way of me giving back to the community, just because I love playing and I love what comes through with Reiki. This whole year for me has been about trust and just step into, whatever maybe silly thought I might have. Is it coming from the universe? Is it a silly thought? Like that. So let me see if I'm going to just pull up the thing we just played for you.
While you're pulling that up, I'm going to tell people that when I jumped on to your Facebook Live, when you started, you always started with a prayer, and the music starts, and when you start to play then the mandolin, and I'm in like that, wow. The first time I kind of jumped in and I missed the first part of it, and I think I typed in the comment like, I want to see you, because I could hear this beautiful little mandolin, but it's not just the sound. I feel the Reiki coming through those sound waves. But I wanted to see you. And then I think I typed that, and then I noticed that you saw my comment, and then you stepped in front of the camera. And I swear I feel it coming like through your eyes, I feel the Reiki coming through your whole body, through the Facebook Live. So it's just incredible.
For me, the music is an expression of my Reiki. I felt it before and didn't know, before I became Reiki attuned or introduced to Reiki, through our placements or previously through the attunement. I felt the energy, and I didn't know what that was. All I knew was that I loved it. And so that's why I continue to do it, So it was a way for me to. We were talking about earlier how Facebook Lives can be a little scary. I mean, I really resisted this for a long, long time, because everybody's like, do a Facebook Live. I'm like, oh, I sound silly. Why would I do that? And then, but the thing is, for me, I love this, and this is fun. And this is, Reiki is all about love and bliss. And so when we raise up our vibration, that's when the healing occurs, right? I was raise up the vibration, but then we also attain a deep state of relaxation. And so what I'm always telling my clients is, if I can get you into that deep state of relaxation, that's when the healing occurs. I can't always guarantee that you're going to be in a deep state of relaxation, or what I really say is I can't always guarantee that a miracle will occur. However, I can just get you to relax. Your body will take over with the healing. And this music is one way to help with that, to help with the deep relaxation.
Yeah. And I think, oh, good. Someone says, yes, you're enjoying the conversation. Yes. Oh, Tammy said the first time I think I really became aware of Reiki coming through music was Pam and Don McMahon's concerts. I asked them afterwards if that's what they were doing, and they were like, yes, of course. I didn't know you could use Reiki that way. Blew my mind. So cool. Reiki music is awesome. Thanks for giving back that way. Yeah. And that's part of this message. I told Kris, I said, I want you to share this because people have gifts that Reiki can work through. And so if you're nervous about, doing Facebook Live or something like that, if you focus on the gifts that you have and sharing that with others, and the Reiki will come through that way. It's a wonderful way to give back.
Yeah, for me, of course, I promise. There's always a little bit of the nerves, but the more I do it, the better it gets. However, when I'm doing something that I love, the love comes through more than the nerves. For me, I'm able to, and when I do Facebook Live, I am really just talking to my phone, and hopefully somebody's going to pop up that I know, but sometimes they don't. They don't always pop up immediately. And I can tell you that I work in a hospital, Monday through Thursday. And some of my peers will come to me and say, hey, did you do that thing this week? I was looking for your meditation. Do you do that thing? So, they might not know it's Reiki, but that's okay.
That thing you do.
All they know is they feel better, right? They know that they feel better, and they go back and they listen to the meditation, and they're like, I was able to sleep. And so if I can help you sleep in these times, I mean, what kind of gift is that?
Yeah, that's right. And so what would be your best piece of advice if someone is thinking about what can I do to because this is getting you're not doing this just to get more business, but it's making you more prominent. I mean, it's bringing you more clients. Right, and
yes,
so that people can see you. I mean,
initially it was about what can I like. How do I grow my business? And that was not. I mean, I love my business. Don't get me wrong, but that was like, I can't do this. It was all over my face, like I can't do this. It was really all over me. So instead, when I do something like this, no, I didn't really want to. I would actually get kind of annoyed when somebody would suggest, you should do a Facebook Live. Why don't you walk in your office and show them your office? And I thought, well, that's great, but what am I going to say? What am I going to do? And when it became this kind of a share for me is so very easy because I'm doing something I love. I mean, I love the Reiki experiences. And then when I get to combine it with the music that I've played and then play some of my mandolin, it doesn't get any better than that for me. I mean, it really doesn't. Because I'm offering back, I'm giving back. And I would say anything that you do when you give back, because that's not about me. That's not about me. That's about an offering of love to my community. In some way to offer some stress relief, the healing
which we all need.
Yeah, the healing vibration and stress relief. Like I was saying, one of my, I have a couple of people at the hospital that have come to me and said, are you doing that this week? Or I couldn't find it, but I'm gonna go back and search your videos. They help me to relax and sleep. I'm like, oh. If it helps you, I'm going to be doing it.
Yeah. We have a question. Let's see. How do you respond to someone when they ask you that there are so many problems in your own life. How could you help me?
Oh, believe me, I understand that. I mean, we're all human. That's really how I explain it. I was just having a conversation the other day and offering uh, my take on a situation to a friend of mine. And what I say is, look, we're human. I'm not the best at being, oh my gosh, peaceful and zen like all the time. No,
Mhm.
we're all human. And so here's the other thing about Reiki that you should know. The Reiki is not about me. It's coming from source to you.
Mhm.
It's not about me. I'm making an offering to you. I'm giving you technique. I'm teaching you the history. And where the Reiki goes is what for you. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit tongue tied. It will go where it needs to go.
Mhm.
It's
And the
not
other thing
about,
is,
yeah,
it's Reiki. Like you said, it's not coming from us. So yeah, if I were trying to give you my energy, like nobody would want that. I am just I've been attuned, which means I'm like a straw. I'm like a channel, and the energy can come through me to you. So yeah, it's not. I don't have. Thank God, I don't have to have a good, perfect life, and always super spiritual and all of that because we're human. All I
right,
have to do is ask Reiki. I have
right,
to invite Reiki to come and to you, and that's it. So I hope
right.
that answers your question, Anita.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Kris, I thank you so much for joining us. I'm sorry it cut off right in the middle of it,
No, it's
but
okay.
yeah,
You,
technology.
that's right. Exactly. No worries.
So her website is trailing along the bottom here, and if you would like to schedule a session with her or take a class with her, she's wonderful. And one way or another, I'd like to invite you to join her on her. It's on your business page, right?
Yep, it's on my professional Facebook page, which is my name. So it's Kris with a K, middle initial D as in David, and then Valentine. So that's my Facebook page. My website is the same thing. It's literally my name.
Yeah,
Well, you see that there.
yeah,
So
I have that going down.
yeah, it's the same thing. And I teach here in the Dallas area. I'm teaching in person, but also online. All classes with mask and protection. I work in a hospital, so
There you
you
go.
know,
You've got that extra thing. Yeah.
yeah,
So good.
exactly.
You'll probably see me there on Sunday mornings, 9 o'clock Central Time, to receive different Holy Fire healing experiences and that beautiful Reiki infused music. So thank you so much, Kris. I hope
Yes.
you have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you so much for inviting me, Karen.
Sure. Bye.
Bye.